Recording. All right, so start with your database every single day. Start with your sphere of influence. These are care calls, right? In other words, good morning, Jennifer. If your picture is on my screen, guys, then I'm going to talk to you. Good morning, Jennifer. John Dietz. So grateful for this opportunity to chat with you. By the way, when I do this, you can take yourself off mute and talk to me, or you could just listen. I play both parts really well. Good morning, Jennifer. This is John Dietz. So grateful for this opportunity to speak with you today.
Good morning, John.
Yes, and I've got two Jennifers. Jennifer Weisberg, love you, and I was talking to Jennifer Chandler. So let's bring Jennifer Chandler. I'll come back to you, Jennifer Weisberg. You're a rock star. So Jennifer Chandler, so good to talk to you. And how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm really good. Thank you so much for asking. Absolutely. So I know it's been a couple months since we spoke, and I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing and how's your family?
We're good. We're good. Dad's got some health issues going on, so we've been taking care of that. Dealing with this whole virus and being on lockdown, it's just got everybody a little bit crazy, a little bit, looking at the four walls week after week is driving everybody nuts.
Totally understand that. Yeah. Is there anything I could do for you? Anything that I could do to help?
Wow, that's so nice of you to ask that. Nothing that I can think of at the moment, but I really appreciate that.
Okay. I'm here if you need me, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you still working? Are you able to work from home, or are you going to the office?
I am. I've been working from home, so it's given me, afforded me some time to be able to spend with Dad and stuff like that. So it's actually, worked out to be beneficial.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. And, believe it or not, we're still working too. I've been working from home, and now we're just getting back to the office and getting on the field, which is a good thing. And, believe it or not, people are still buying and selling homes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And, now may not be the right time to buy, and it may not be the right time to sell unless somebody needs to sell or they need to buy, right?
Right.
Yeah. If you know of anybody that's looking to buy or they need to sell, would you give me a call?
Oh, I certainly will, John.
Okay.
I certainly will. You'd be at the top of my list.
Okay. And you've got my phone number, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So I'd love it if you give me a call if you know somebody that I can help. That's what I'm here for. I want to help people who need my help. And if there's anything you need, I'm just a phone call away. Okay, Jennifer?
All right, John. Thank you so much for checking in with us.
Of course. And I'll give you a call back in a couple months, and I'm a phone call away. You give me a call anytime, okay?
All right. Thank you. You stay well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now, for those of you who have been role-playing with me for a while, that is a little bit of a different sphere of influence call than you're used to. I didn't jump right into, hey, Jennifer, by the way, if you knew somebody who was going to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate, would you give me a call? Who do you know right now that's looking to buy or sell? I mean, those are scripts, and those are scripts that we've used in the past, and I don't think those are the scripts that we use today. I think we have to lead with care, and we need to be human in these conversations. Remember that lead generation is never about finding the next deal. Lead generation is about creating an opportunity to provide people with better service. And when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And if you come from a place of having a servant heart, you're going to have a lot more fun doing this. And by the way, rejection won't be personal. Now, I'm going to prospect, and I'm going to reach out to sell by owners. I'm going to reach out to expired listings, and I'm going to circle prospect around properties that have been sold either by me or by my office. And circle prospecting is something that I did as a real estate agent. And if I'm being brutally honest with you, I didn't do it at the highest level. I ask myself all the time, if I could go back to being a real estate agent, what would I do different this time? And one of the things that I would do is I would be more intentional with circle prospecting. In other words, it would be on my list of activities that I did daily. I would talk to my database, number one. Number two, I would circle prospect every single day. So Jennifer Weisberg, you are in Eagle Trace, and I just sold a home there. So
Okay.
Good morning, Jennifer. This is John Dietz with Keller Williams Realty. How are you today?
Hi, John. I'm good.
Yes,
How are
thank you.
you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking, and thank you for taking my call. I'm super grateful. I'm sure you're busy. I only need maybe 2 minutes. Is this a good
Okay.
time?
Sure.
Yeah. So Jennifer, the reason I'm reaching out to you, and before I ask you any questions, I just want to check in and see how you're doing, because things are kind of crazy right now. Everybody at home doing okay?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're hanging in there.
Good. I'm glad that.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm glad to hear that. So the reason for my call is recently sold a home in your neighborhood, which is great news, of course. And now we still have buyers that are interested in great homes like yours. And there's not very many homes for sale. So I was just curious, who do you know in your neighborhood who might be thinking of selling their home?
Hmm. I mean, no one really comes to mind right now. I know a lot of the people have been here for a long time,
Okay.
but yeah, I can't really think of anyone right now.
Okay. I appreciate you taking a moment to think about that. You know, just out of curiosity, if you were to move, where would you go?
Hmm. I would probably go to, I don't know, Tennessee, maybe.
Yeah. Wow. What's in Tennessee?
Nature,
Oh, I love Tennessee.
less people.
Absolutely. Oh, you're making me want to go to Tennessee right now. I love that. So I'd love to stay in touch with my friends and family members, Jennifer, and provide them with great service and value. Matter of fact, I've got this really cool consumer app that'll allow you to have a custom one-on-one experience with everything that's happening in your neighborhood. And I'd love to stay in touch with you and just maybe call every 3 or 4 months. This is what I do for my friends and family members. Would it be okay if I added you to that group?
Yeah, sure. That sounds
Okay.
cool.
Okay. So Jennifer, we're not role playing.
Okay.
Tell me how that felt.
It felt nice. It didn't
Mm-hmm.
feel salesy or pushy, or
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like you were trying to insist that I list my house.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
And I like that you were trying to help me check out what's going on in my area if I
Yep.
wanted to move to Tennessee.
Sure. Of course.
Yeah.
And what are the 3 questions that every potential seller is asking themselves about us as realtors?
Do you know what you're doing? Do you care about me? And God, I always forget the last one.
Can I trust you?
Can I trust you? Yes.
Yes. Yes. Do you care about me? Can I trust you? Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Now, I want to convey in every single conversation, Jennifer, that I care about you,
Hmm.
that you can trust me, and I know
Okay.
what I'm doing.
Yep. I felt that
Good.
in
Then
that call.
mission accomplished, right?
Yeah.
Right. Here's 2 other things that I want all of you to hear. Friends and family members. I have this select group of people that consist of friends and family members. And I'm asking Jennifer if it would be okay if I added her to that group. Now, listen to the opposite. Jennifer, I like to stay in touch with people I know, with my clients, and with contacts in my database. Would it be okay if I added you to that list?
No,
Right.
I don't think so.
Right. Nobody wants to be on a list. Nobody wants to be a contact in your database. Words matter,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Cool. So the next group of people that I would call every single day are expired listings. And I would really focus on this group right now because there's a lot of them out there, right? And anybody, take yourself off mute and tell me, what's the reason for a call? When I call an expired listing, what's the purpose for the call?
An appointment?
Get an appointment. Period. The end. There is no other reason for that call. Now, am I specifically referring to get a list appointment or just get an appointment?
Just get an appointment.
Just get in the door. In other words, hey, Paige, this is John Dietz. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. The reason for my call is I noticed your listing came off the market. Now, before I ask you anything else, I just want to check in and see how everything is going, make sure everybody at home is doing okay. Things are kind of crazy right now. And you're muted.
Yeah, crazy times, but we're okay, thanks.
I'm so glad to hear that. So, I know a lot of people that I'm speaking to are in a position where they still need to sell. And I don't know if that's you. And I'm curious, are you still selling your house?
Well, I'm thinking that it's probably not a good idea right now to be selling a house with all of this mayhem in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sit on the side until things settle down, and then I'll sell it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand. And just out of curiosity, if your home would have sold, where were you moving to?
Nebraska.
So what's in Nebraska?
Oh, family.
You still interested in moving back to Nebraska to be with your family?
Well, yeah.
Okay, cool. Now let's go off role play for a moment, and Paige, you can answer this, or anybody else can answer this. What am I looking for here? There's a reason why I asked Paige if your home would have sold. Where were you moving to?
Yeah, you're looking for my motivation.
Motivation. Logic makes us think, emotion makes us act. I'm looking for motivation, and I want to connect Paige to the emotion of why she was selling her home. Now, the following question is, Paige, just out of curiosity, I understand you're going to wait. Totally cool. And you're probably getting a lot of calls from real estate agents, right?
A few.
Few. And most of them want to list your house, I'm sure, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. The good news is I don't want to list your house. I want to help you sell your home. And let's just say, hypothetically, I had a full price offer on your home in the next 30 days. Would you want me to bring you the offer?
Of course.
Yeah. So that's exactly why we should get together. It'll only take me maybe 10 or 15 minutes to pop by and take a look at your home, or we could schedule a Zoom meeting and I can do it virtually. And that way, by seeing your home, I could potentially bring you an offer. Would that be okay with you?
Sure. Let's do a Zoom.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm going to pause and turn it over to you guys. Talk to me and ask me questions. This works a lot better when you guys talk. There's 53 on you, 43 of you on this call. Talk to me.
Where are you finding the information for the expireds to call?
Cool. Great question. So, Cerise, I can either go into the MLS and do my own search, and I can search a geographic location for expireds within the last 24 hours or expired listings within the last 2 or 3 days. I can also subscribe to a couple different services that would provide that information to me. One would be Land Voice, another would be RedX, and the software, the product, or the bolt-on technology that I would pay for would be Vulcan 7 because it's going to provide you with the best information. It's also the most expensive though.
Yeah, I've been having difficulty just finding the owner's information.
Okay, so when you're in
public records and such, so.
Yeah,
okay.
well then Vulcan 7 may be your solution.
Thank you.
And by the way, here's what I know because I've been doing this a long time and I've talked to a lot of agents. A lot of agents get hung up on the contacts they're not getting and the phone numbers they're not getting. So let's just say there's 20 new expireds every day, and I'm finding contact information for 5 sellers, meaning 15, I can't find their contact information. Well, for me, I really don't care. I don't care about the 15 I'm not finding. I'm focusing on the 5 that I do. If that's 5 a day, that's 25 a week or 100 a month. I'm totally cool with that. All right.
I have another question. So what if they ask, well, I don't really want people walking through my house at this time.
Yeah, I understand that. And we can sell your home virtually. We actually have an app that will allow customers to request a on-demand virtual tour of your home.
Okay.
Would that be interesting?
I'm sure. People
Okay.
are people really buying houses virtually now?
Oh my goodness. You know, we listed blank number of homes last month and we sold blank number of homes last month. So people are still listing and selling houses.
Okay.
I mean, if you had to move, Paige, in the next 30 days, you're going to look at homes virtually and you're going to buy a home, aren't you?
I guess if I really had to, sure.
Yeah, there you go. And there's lots of people out there who need to move today. Okay, what else, guys? Dave, thanks for sharing that. That's awesome. TruePeopleSearch.com. Another one is Zaba Search, guys, Z-A-B-A Search. Awesome information. All right, so if you don't have questions or comments and you don't want to redirect the conversation, I'll keep going. The next group of people that I'm going to call is for sale by owners. And you're going to see a lot of for sale by owners right now. And the reason you're going to see a lot of for sale by owners is because inventory is low. And whenever inventory is low, you're going to see a lot of for sale by owners. However, for sale by owners have a challenge, and their challenge is not very many people are out looking at homes, just like Paige just said. And for sale by owners are not attracting the best buyers on the market. So the question that I would ask a for sale by owner is, Michael, what does a great buyer look like to you?
Someone who can pay, the price that I want for my house.
Yeah, I agree with that. Can I share with you what a great buyer looks like to me?
Sure, go ahead.
Perfect. A great buyer is someone who sold their home yesterday and they need to buy a home in the next 30 days to move. Or a great buyer is someone who is in town for the weekend to buy a home. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, of course. And Michael, if you're that buyer, are you out driving around looking at for sale by owners, or are you working with a professional like me?
Yeah, I'm probably working with a professional.
Yeah, of course you are. Now, if you're the real estate agent who's working with that buyer, are you driving them around looking at for sale by owners, or are you showing them properties that are listed by a professional like me?
So I'm going to play devil's advocate, John.
Okay, please do.
Well, I'd be showing them everything that's on the market.
True. I'm sure you would. And is a for sale by owner truly on the market?
Yeah, the house is for sale.
True. Is it attracting the same buyers and the same realtors as a property that is listed by a professional?
Maybe not.
Okay. If you represent the buyer and you take a buyer to a property that's being sold by owner, then you're the only real estate agent involved in that transaction, correct?
Okay.
Yeah. And what if I told you that according to the National Association of Realtors, when a property is under contract to sell with one real estate agent, it closes 66% of the time. In other words, 34% of the time the deal doesn't close. And if you could be the only real estate agent involved in the transaction doing twice the work for the same amount of money, or one of two real estate agents representing one of the clients doing half the work for the same amount of money, which would you rather do?
Yeah, obviously less work, more money.
Yeah. In other words, do you want to represent both the buyer and the seller for 3%, or would you rather just represent the buyer for 3%?
Yeah, just the buyer.
If you have a better chance of getting to closing, if there's two real estate agents involved in the transaction, would you rather take your buyer to a property that's listed by a professional like me, or take your buyer to a property that's being sold by the owner?
Yeah, absolutely. I would rather have it, I would assume, with the other agent as well.
So let me ask you the question again. If you're the real estate agent working with a buyer who's going to buy a home because they need to move in 30 days, Are you driving around looking for sale by owners, or are you looking for a property that's listed by a professional like me?
Yeah, I guess when you put it that way, John, one that was represented by a professional.
Okay. Now, Michael, if you're not attracting one of those buyers, who are you attracting?
Everybody else?
Yeah. So if that's true, and I think we both agree that it is there a possibility that I could sell your home for more money in less time?
Well, I don't know how you could do that, John, without me having to pay this commission. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So you're selling your home by owner in order to save on the fee, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And if I brought you a buyer, you would pay me 3%, correct?
Yeah.
So the difference between selling your home by owner and working with a professional like me is only 3%, correct?
Right.
So I would only have to get 3% more for your home than you could and sell your home in less time in order for you to net more money. You know, I'm curious, you're asking $500,000 for your home. It's a beautiful house. I looked at the pictures. Oh my goodness. Absolutely beautiful. And $500,000, you've got to have some holding cost. I mean, mortgage, taxes, insurance, HOA fees. Just out of curiosity, what's your monthly holding cost?
It's about $4,000 a month.
Yeah. And what's 1% of 500,000?
$5,000.
Yeah. So 3% is 15,000.
Yeah.
So if I could sell your home 90 days quicker than you could, you're actually making more money with me, aren't you?
Well, I got to live somewhere.
True. Yeah.
He's got you, Michael. You're not going to win this.
John and I have done this 1,000 times, right? I'm doing this for the group.
Yeah. And I'm good. I'm really, really good with this role play.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm playing offense. I'm not playing defense.
That's
So
right.
I'm not going to defend my commission. I'm going to make Mike defend his position. That's playing offense, not defense.
That's right.
Here, we're going to close with this. Stop playing checkers, play chess. And quit playing defense, play offense. All right, guys, basics. Let me go back to how we started. Leads, listings, leverage. Leads are the name of the game. Your number one job as a real estate agent is to make it rain. And until you have scheduled your daily standard, whether it's 1 appointment or 2 appointments or 3 appointments, whatever your standard is, it's a standard. Until you have achieved your daily standard for appointments scheduled, nothing else matters. Nothing. Here, I did this with the 9:30 group the other day. I'm going to do it with you really quick. Anybody jump up and say, yes, I would take that. If I were hiring somebody to join my team today, and I said, I'm going to give you a $200,000 salary. Who's interested?
Me.
Alan was first. So Alan, here's the standard in order for you to earn $200,000 a year with me. You have to schedule 1 listing appointment a day.
Okay.
You still interested?
I am.
Okay. Now, when you do that, I'm going to continue to pay you $200,000. However, if you don't schedule a listing appointment a day, you're going to get fired. Are you still good with that?
A little rough, but I would do it.
So I need somebody who's all in. Are you all in?
Yeah, I'm all in. Of
You're going to find a way to get that appointment, aren't you?
course.
Of course you are. Now, if you worked 50 weeks and 5 days a week, that's 250 days.
Yep.
Or 250 listing appointments. Now watch this. I'm going to use my calculator. 250. You guys see that, right? Everybody sees that, right? If Alan's closing ratio was 50%, he just took 125 listings. You see that, right? Now, if only 50% of them, those listings sold, that's 62.5 sales. Let's make it 62. And if his average commission check is $8,000, he just earned $496,000. He earned twice as much as I was offering. He's willing to do anything for $200,000, but not anything for 500. Now that may be a little rough. I'm sorry, Alan. Don't be mad at me.
It's okay.
Okay. It's all mindset, guys. It's all mindset. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Every single one of you on this call, if you had to schedule a listing appointment today, you could. You absolutely could. Just like if you and I were in a boat 3 miles offshore and that boat sank and we had to swim to shore. It's either swim to shore or die. We're going to swim to shore. Now, we're not going to stop and do anything else. We're not going to stop and look at Facebook. We're not going to stop and have a conversation about how hot it is or how wet it is. You're in the water. That's funny. You're not going to talk about how bad the market is. We're not going to talk about this pandemic. We are just swimming to shore. If you show up every single day with that mindset that your swim to shore is get one listing appointment, I promise you, you're all doing it. Promise you. All right. You guys make it a great day.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, John.